Hello, everybody. This is Justin from the St. Charles. It is Monday, the 12th of February, 2025. I'm going to start with gold. And this one here is having a bit of a bad day, isn't it? But I'm just going to drop down to the 4 hourly. So this is a sort of an hourly setup. So it's higher risk. But I think if we break this low here at sort of 3,201, I think that we're going to see you're probably trading down to this red box zone down here, and where we should expect at least a three-wave bounce to the upside. So that's where I'm probably expecting it to head. But I'm still really bullish on gold. I don't think there's any change to the overall direction. And I think what we're going to see is probably a pullback down to there. And then this red box zone that I gave a long while back is going to come into play at 3,592. Up to 3,763. So that is gold. Hopefully if we can get down to that red box, hopefully get an entry for a ride to the upside. Next we're going to do is AROK, which is, this is the cryptocurrency that TIR, I think, is owning. And this is crazy. This is where I see that one going. And those who follow me will know that I like three waves because that's the way the market works. So this one here, we've had one wave. We've had our corrective 1, 2, 3. And for me, the logical move here is up to this red box zone up there. So, and I've sort of done, it doesn't look very big from here, but in terms of percentage, that's 2,197% return from where we are today. That's insane, isn't it? But and that's just hitting the bottom of the box. And if we went to the top, we're talking 2,776% return on your money. So AROK, looks brilliant, doesn't it? So worth doing some research. Worth looking at TIR, seeing what that's all about. I think it's invested in it from what I've read. But worth doing some research. Bitcoin is my next one because I think all these Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies are doing well at the moment, and that's one we called really well, haven't we? We gave that blue box reversal zone, sort of fell a little bit outside it. It made me a bit uneasy, but I think that this red box zone up here is going to be in play fairly soon. Once we break this 106,000 level, we should be heading up to this red box zone up here at 117,557 up to 130,822. And I'm just going to flip to the weekly chart as well because I've got a slightly different setup here in that, I think that if we do break this high, we could well see that daily chart smashed and this other red box zone, which I'll just make a bit larger for everybody to see. I think we could be heading up to this red box zone up here at sort of 129,109 up to 150,259. So Bitcoin, I think there's a lot more upside in that one as well. So, worth doing some research at whatever it is you need to do. Obviously, the high risk cryptocurrencies, but, they look really bullish at the moment. So, worth doing some research. TRP is my next one. I think this is a chart request and just flip back to my daily. This one here, we've been monitoring for a long while. We gave this blue box as a reversal zone at 0.0292 down to 0.0212. And I think that, that's sort of held really well. But we sort of need to break this 0.035 or break it out and hold above the top of that box at 0.03 roughly. And for me, this is another one where I think we've just had one wave and I'm expecting another one. As long as the company can produce the correct news, of course, they need to drop some nice news for us to trigger this red box zone up here at 0.0712 up to 0.0846. So that is TRP. Avacta is my next one because I wasn't very positive on this last time. But, as I said before, I've got that red box down here within the blue box. But this blue box is a long-term reversal zone where I'm expecting at least a three-wave bounce to the upside. Even if we don't, smash all-time highs, I think, sort of 60, 70 pence is probably doable. But obviously the company needs to drop the right news for that. And then obviously we've got bigger targets if it's like smashes the back out of the news and drop some absolutely superb news. We could be talking mega returns from where it is today. So that is Avacta, worth doing some research, see what it's all about. Next one I'm going to do is Prem. And I haven't covered this one up for ages. But this one here, it's been on a monster run, hasn't it? You know, from this 0.01 pence all the way up to nearly a 0.1 pence. It's nearly 10 bagged, hasn't it? And I think that, you know, if George Roach can come up with the right news and actually get this mine into production, you know, I don't have a reversal zone here, but you know, we could see trading up to this red box zone up here at let's just have a look. So it could be up to 0.1162, up to 0.14, and it's got a history of overshooting those targets. So you know, it could well shoot a lot higher before the sellers step in, and the sellers will step in. This is Prem. It's heavily traded, but you know, high risk, high returns. Worth doing some research, but you need to do a lot of research with that one. There's been a lot of false promises over the period of time. It's fallen from 1p down to fractions of penny again. You know, it's very poor. But, you know, there's hope. If they can drop that news, get that mine working, it could multi-bag from where it is today. MARU is my next one, and I haven't ever covered this one off. So it's an interesting one. It's in a blue box reversal zone. So, you know, and this one here is another one where, you know, I like to work in waves. And, you know, for me, that's had a wave 1. That's our corrective. Wave 2, blue box reversal zone at 5.43 down to 2.92. And if they can drop the right news, I have no idea what the company's about. I have never researched it, but it's a popular one. You know, and if it can break this prior high, hold above 16 pence, it's going to bring us up to 18.7, up to 22.9 pence, and possibly higher. I mean, you know, it's worth doing some research, seeing what it's all about. I don't know anything about it myself, but that is a strong reversal zone there in that blue box. So first target would obviously be cracking the top of that box at 5.4 pence. Hold above that, it should be game on for a reversal play. Next one I'm going to do is SDY. Let's just have a look. Speedy Hire, and this is a great call from us, wasn't it? You know, we had that blue box within a blue box at 18.38 pence, and I said it's a gap play up to 26.15, and it's looking game on, isn't it? You know, I just have a look at the RSI. Yeah, the RSI is cooking. You know, I think that we're game on for that. I don't think that move is over. I think that the bulls will be heading to fill that gap before the sellers step in. So worth doing some research, seeing what it's all about. Next one I'm going to do is JLP, and I haven't covered this one off for a little while, but you know, for me, it's having an excellent day, isn't it? So you know, we've got a top of the box there, blue box reversal zone 3.68. We sort of said down here 2.84. Then it looked a strong buy, which is an absolute bang on call yet again. And for me, I think, you know, it just needs to keep that bullish momentum. And the first point of call for me would be 4.35 up to 4.79 pence. So that is JLP, worth putting on your watch list. PAT is my next one, and I've covered this one off recently, but I'm just going to have it's overshot my box there on the daily chart. So I'm going to flip to the weekly. You know, it's looking massively high on the RSI there. So that I know a lot of people say that's a negative, but for me, that's indicating that there's more upside in this one over the short or medium term. And you know, I think that the logical step would be sort of breaking that prior high at 39.4, and it should trade up to 41.2 up to 51.5 pence. So it's always going to struggle at 50p, but you know, worth doing some research, seeing what it's all about. You know, I think that there's more upside over the sort of short, medium term in that one. So might even have a little pullback, but for me, there's another leg higher. Worth doing some research. Next one they're going to do is EAAS, and just get this one up. And this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone here, which is sort of holding. I've got a red box zone there at 3.55. I don't think it's going to get to that, but, you know, it needs to hold above 3.81 to ensure that doesn't happen. But, you know, if it can get the right news, drop that sort of break and a hold sort of above 8 pence, should bring us up to this red box zone here at 11.15 to 13.15 pence. So that's EAAS, worth doing some research or popping on your watch list to see what it's all about. SFR is my next one. And if I just get this up, I've covered this off a few times, but it's, you know, we said down here, didn't we? You know, reversal played around 20 pence, now at 32.6. I think the bulls will be targeting 46.2. So worth doing some research, see what it's all about. But that, for me, gap plays pretty easy money. Next one I'm going to do is Polex, if I can just get that up. There we go. So I've got a blue box reversal zone there. Just drop back down to the daily. And you know, it's in there. We've got lots of RSI divergence. We've got loads of divergence elsewhere, but RSI is working perfectly well. Got a bit of a blue candle today. I think if we can break above this 1p zone, we should hopefully see another wave higher. And that one is another gap play all the way up to sort of, well, goodness me, what's that gap? 3.15 pence. But, you know, it needs to obviously drop the right news or something to change that downward trend. But it does look good for a reversal play from that blue box zone. Next one I'm going to do is UPL. And I don't know whether I covered this off recently or not. I can't remember. My memory's not that brilliant. But this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone down there. We're right at the bottom of it, aren't we? At 0.912 pence. It's trading just below. I'd like to see an entry back into the bottom of that blue box. And then we should be targeting really the top of the box at 1.46 pence and see where we go from there. So it's not done too well, but we've got loads of RSI divergence. It might drop a bit lower, but, you know, fingers crossed, do some research, see what it's all about. But that looks like a reasonable entry at around this level. Next one I'm going to do is ORR, and just get that one up. And this one, it's blue box reversal zone here at 0.234 or down to 0.189 pence. It looks really good, actually. You know, it's holding pretty well. We don't want to see a drop below this prior low here at 0.1450. Hold above that and break these prior highs. So sort of break and hold above 40.42 should bring us up to this red box zone up here at 0.648, 0.784 pence. So that's ORR. ALK is my last one. And just get that one up. And you know, this one actually is the same. We gave that before back here at sort of 108 pence, and we thought we were going to be trading 178 to 217, which is correct. And I think that, you know, that's a big, nice candle there. You sort of want to break that downtrend, that break and hold above this trend line. And if we can do that, I think that, you know, we could see a possibility of a break of that prior high about 178 pence. You know, break and hold above that should bring us up to this red box zone up here at 251 to 293. Clearly, it's going to need to drop some good news to do that, but worth doing some research, see what it's all about, popping on your watch list. There you go. That's me for Monday. Have a great day. Great week's trading. See you again soon.